Chatting with Cherubs.
It is what it is.
Don't sing, Josh.
Am what I am.
It's like
We've lost Josh, he's singing.
It's like when Josh sings, he pops a Valium, and then he just like go. You just see him receive.
Yeah,
Why don't you like
to the
missing?
hedge.
No, because after you sing, once you sing, you're gone. It's just like
I have been told that I lose concentration quickly, and when I'm singing, I'm like, like, no, I'm not listening.
sometimes I remember cutting it out of an episode that you actually. We were talking and you said, or sometimes you just see your head turning like this. Right?
But in fairness, I think that's because we do this on the road. We have to stand by the window because that's the only reliable source of light. But unfortunately, then you are by a window. And you're trying your best to focus on the podcast, but the world is around the perimeter of the podcast.
I'm in an Airbnb now, and I'm like, wow, I don't know those trees. I'm just staring at the trees. Should we start?
So I think this might be I think this might be the first ever soft opening. I would just like people to hear the peek behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Hello.
Are you going to put that bit in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
I think so.
No. All right, let's go.
Hello and welcome to Chatting with Cherubs. I'm Morgan Rees and I'm here with the attentive
Josh Jones, and I'm here with the wonderful
Gearóid Farrelly. Good morning, listeners.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
I like how the fact I tried to play to the fact you weren't attentive and you didn't pick up on the fact I said your name, Josh.
I honestly am not 100% sure what that word means, but I guessed it was an insult based on what we've just been talking about, which means it would be at my expense. So then I just jumped in and said, it's definitely me, not Gearóid.
But how we all doing? We're all here, there, everywhere.
Yeah,
Good. Yeah, I was up early this morning. So I did something that I don't normally do, which is I put on Netflix early and I saw Meghan Markle has a new special. A Christmas special. Yeah.
Like singing and dancing.
if only. She does dance a bit at the start when she's looking for a Christmas tree. She's just like skipping around. You think, oh my God, this is... I like Meghan Markle. But she doesn't help herself.
No, I think you got that bang on. I think the hate they get is really, really unjust, but it doesn't deny they're annoying.
They're so annoying.
What TV show was she in? Was she in a law film or something?
She's in Suits. And she was really good in it, actually.
Was she?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's doing this like Netflix special, which is kind of like Martha Stewart. So she's making an advent calendar.
Ugh.
And the advent calendar was all of these pockets. Like there was all these pockets and she was putting these little notes to her kids and it was like, I love you because you're so brave. It's like, just give me a packet of Rolo.
Yeah. Do you know?
Good Lord.
Do you know one Easter, my grandma? I was such a twat. My grandma was like, "I didn't get you an Easter egg this year because we've donated like a chicken to a family in I can't remember what country, and they really need the food, and it's a real nice thing to do. So we've done that instead of your Easter egg." And I started crying and was like, I want my Easter egg. I want my Easter egg. Fuck
even a chicken.
Fuck
I'd love a chicken.
Yeah, give me a chicken. I want a chicken.
Yeah, well, it was a roast chicken, which is weird.
Yeah.
Well, Prince Harry at one point, like she makes him gumbo. And he says that like her gumbo isn't as good as her mother's gumbo. And then there was a part of me thinking, does he mean Fanny?
I misheard you at one point. I thought you meant like his own mother's gumbo. I was like, Princess Diana was making gumbo.
Yeah.
Diana's gumbo. Am I mishearing this? Oh, her mother. Yeah.
It's weird.
That advent calendar as well. I mean, like when you open it, it's just a mother's affirmation. You're just like, oh, give me sweets. I'm a child. I don't want to open an advent calendar and go, oh, fuck, it's mother's love again.
I hate this whole thing. So she's doing it there. A lot of reality stars now are just reality stars, and they're like, "I'm a mum," and I'm like, "Get a job." And the on telly, they're just like talking about their kids, and I'm not saying being a mum isn't a job. Like if you're a stay-at-home parent,
Mumsnet is lighting up, Josh.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's
no, but I don't like it when people are a mum for TV. That doesn't mean you give a fuck about your kids. You showing us what you're giving your kid is so performative, and I think a lot of those parents are fucking shit parents because they actually are not talking to the kids. They're like, I get the kids. Look at this wonderful kid. Give me a kiss for the camera. Fuck off. That's not. And the fact that that's their job, that they're a mum on telly, it knocks me sick. It knocks me sick. Because it's performative, and I feel like forcing your kid into your career doesn't make you a good parent. It's the opposite. That's my opinion.
But you always see the documentary 10 years later. Of the kids that have completely rejected the mum. And you realise that the moment that the camera stopped recording, she just whips out a whip and she goes, "Smile, smile, smile."
But I think a lot
Lily,
of these,
you don't look grateful enough. Open those big blue eyes.
It's so bad. All of these Instagram kids and all that, I think it's really, really bad. I don't think you don't need to be showing your kids online.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you buy them. The fact that you like, I've got my kid this expensive coat. Keep it to yourself. I think it's weird that you're like, look how amazing I am. I think if you have a private Instagram with like 400 followers and it's just your friends and family, that's completely different and it doesn't matter. But if you're profiting off it and then doing a collab with your kid, that's mad.
Well, I would turn 18 and go, "I'd like my share, please."
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But Megan is, she's incredibly frustrating, and she made me actually want an advent calendar though, and I went on Amazon and I ordered a Die Hard advent calendar, and it's basically like it's the Nakatomi building, and it's Hans Gruber.
Right.
That falls. He basically every day you just move him closer to the ground.
That's great. That's so
brilliant.
Good. I'm gonna make you an advent.
Yippee-ki-yay, Merry Christmas.
I'm gonna make you an advent calendar like Megan has done, but in every little pocket it'll be like, "Well, enjoy your last Christmas. Not long left." And I'll be like, "I'm the only one that loves you."
Actually, when you first said that, I thought that's actually quite nice.
Yeah, smile for the camera.
I'm the only one. It's so weird that like the nicest thing you've ever said to me is I'm the only one that loves you.
Yeah,
you are.
I was gonna,
Gearóid, you're loved by one person.
One person, yeah. And I was gonna say that after
my abuser,
the pocket after that would be like, and that's really hard for me to do as well. It's a job.
This podcast used to be really warm.
I know one of my friends that listens to it back in the day was like, it's really changed since you come on, like, because they used to be like such good friends and really, really warm, and like it's really funny now, but it's just not warm. I was like, that's nothing to do with me. That's like saying like there's a lot of rats eating the cheese. You can't blame the cheese.
But it's like, yeah. Did it used to be really warm?
It was,
yeah,
warm,
it was really warm.
It was all about Morgan and Josh's beautiful friendship.
Yeah, but everything sours with age, doesn't it?
And well, everyone else still brimming with the Christmas spirit as well. Again, just to go back to this Meghan Markle documentary super quickly, can we go back to celebrities staying in their lane? And I would say that for us as well. Like if Gearóid ever releases a rosé, or Josh ever releases a boot camp, a fitness boot, I'd say, hey, get your wine in, get your camera off, and get out that spandex. I stick to the jokes. Can actors stick to acting? Can singers stick to singing? Can comedians stick to telling jokes?
The worst part of COVID for me was when Kylie Minogue launched her wine. Like, to see that woman rolling around with a piece of like £10 tulle. It's just to promote her rose. I was like, Kylie, this is really embarrassing.
Wasn't it a big hit though? Didn't it?
Oh yeah, no, it was a
everywhere.
big hit, but it was still embarrassing to see her like hawking a wine. It's like, come on, Kylie, just do another spinning around.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey's got champagne.
Yeah.
That suits her though.
I'd say she'd never even tasted it.
No.
I'd say if she gets served, she's like, I'm not drinking that piss.
Yeah.
I
I
love
don't think
it.
she would know how to open it. I think she would just look at the bottle until they had to biodegrade.
I love her so much, but James hates her. So if I put her on, he's like, oh, you can see him get angry like he hates her.
Did you ever see her interview that she did about Katy Perry going to space?
Yes, that was so funny.
It's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
And he was like, do you think you go to space? She's like, don't you think I've done enough?
Is that what she said?
Yeah. She's like, don't you think I've done enough? Why am I doing that?
It's the most egotistical thing in the world to say. That's, you want your divas being diva-ish, isn't it? And that's why she's great.
I find her so funny.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She was like, oh, don't you think I've done enough? She has, though. She has. She doesn't need to go to space.
She is right. Like, I'd love to see her when she gets asked to go to space and she just goes, not hers.
No.
I'll sing at the launch. And I'll see you when you get back. Well, speaking of Christmas time, it's around now that Spotify give us the Spotify Wrapped. And this year, they've included our listening age. So based on the music that we have been listening to and consuming, what they predict our age to be. I mean, like, they must know exactly what they're doing with this, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, no one asked for this again.
I did mine and it was very upsetting.
Okay. So I asked you both to look beforehand and not to tell me the answers. So first off, do you think it truly reflects your musical age?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was guessing around this age.
Okay.
What is it?
Should I go first? Or I'll go
no,
first.
Morgan, you go first. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go first. Mine was a whopping 21.
Oh my God. What are
21.
you listening to?
The Smurfs.
The Smurfs.
It's just me and Bluey. That's all I'm listening to. Me and K-pop Demon Hunters. Now we're shining like I wanna be.
I have been listening to that a little bit, actually.
No, it is wicked.
I don't even know it.
The K-pop Demon Hunters, it was on Netflix and it was like a #1 film for ages. And then their songs on it are huge. That Golden.
Yeah, it is really good.
Yeah, it is good.
I mean, like, yeah. So yeah, 21. I'm a little 21-year-old. I'm Gen Z. Oh my God, I'm vaping. I've got so much anxiety. You know, like I'm so young.
You are more trendy with than us two. Like, I think you know more what's going on. My references are quite dated.
Morgan's very finger on the pulse.
Yes, and I think we're more checking for yours. I think that's the...
Do you know what? I'm done. I'm done.
That was really good. That was
Wait,
really
people
good.
fucking treat me.
That was so funny.
Sorry, Corone. I was in my pretending to be really young face. Sorry.
Well, do you want me to go next? Because I feel like Gearóid is more angry about his than me. I'm not fussed.
Yeah.
So
Go on.
my listening age is 42.
Oh, I thought yours was going to be way older.
I thought it would be older, to be honest.
I thought way older.
It says you're into music from the late 90s. You've got decades of good taste. So I've been listening to a lot of 90s stuff. But then I've been listening to some new because it's the first year that Kelly Clarkson's not my #1 listened. Oof. She's gone down to #3. Which I feel really bad. Yeah, because the last couple of years I've been like the top 0.1% of her listeners, and now she's my 3rd top artist. So the person I was listening to the most this year is Chapel Roan.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
realize you got her into that much.
Yeah, no, yeah. I really like that Subway song.
Yeah, it's great. It's really
That was
good.
my top song.
Yeah. So,
Was it?
and then Sugar Babes, I've been listening to number 2.
That's like everybody by surprise.
My top song in 2025 is Too Lost in You by the Sugar Babes, which is what, 20 years old? That's the song I've listened to the most.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you probably didn't even do Sugar Bass first time around, did you?
No, not really. So that's why I always like Mutti's voice, and she had a song when she was solo that I liked. But no, yeah, this year I've really got into Sugar Babes. Bit late, but I'm there.
Love Sugar Babes.
But I think people are getting back into the Sugar Babes, isn't it? Now, they Sugar Babes, they're the ones that are reformed, isn't it?
The original,
re-event.
the original free, and
It's
I quite
funny
like
that
their album.
People are discovering it after quite a bit of time. It's like they're like the girl pop band of The Sopranos and The Wire. It's like people are going,
This is good.
have you done those? It's like, we need to go back and do those. Yeah, they're great.
But I've been watching this year, I rewatch Prime Suspect and stuff like that. So my TV I've been watching is from the 90s as well.
Oh.
I miss the past.
Well, I hope it doesn't get back to Kelly that you've slipped from the top spot, because she's very loyal.
I'm genuinely going to listen to it today because I'm upset. I actually feel like I'm not even saying this to try and be funny. I genuinely have feelings of, I feel quite guilty, like I've cheated on her.
What was your original Kelly Clarkson song? Like, what was your original top song?
I really like Piece by Piece, which is depressing as fuck, but I love it.
Piece by Piece. I don't think I even know that.
You have to put in the idle version, the slower version. So it's a song about, she did it when she was pregnant with a second kid, and that's when she released it. And she'd already had her first kid, but it was about how, because her dad had left her, didn't he, when she was young? So then it was about how...
Do you regret laughing there, Garo?
It was about how her kid's dad is still in the picture, and it's nice for them to have their dad. And it's a really sad song, but it's an absolute banger.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder why you love it, Josh.
Hey, I saw my dad 2 days a week.
What's the Kelly Clarkson song where it sounds like she's saying "rip him through me like a fart"?
Oh, I said that to you. I
cannot unhear it.
Yeah, I know, because I said that to you when the song came out. I was like, I fucking love her, but it sounds like she's saying she's having a fart. It was. What
it's
song
the
was it?
only Kelly Clarkson song that I have on my phone on the liked, on the liked playlist. Is the one, because I keep on laughing.
It's favorite kind of high, I think.
Yeah,
ripping through
me like a fat. I'll try and.
We can't play it on the pod because
Can you play like a second of it?
No, I don't think so. It's ripping through me like a fart.
Yeah, but she's supposed to be saying fire, but she's really pronouncing fat. Ripping through me like a fat.
Well, there's that other misheard stuff. I know it's a rich vein, and there's so many, we could talk all day about it. But there's the Little Mix one where I, for ages, thought they were just like scat man in the intro. But it turns out they're saying words. You know that? Hold up and a bigger bow bow.
Oh yeah, the power one.
Yeah, I literally thought they were scatting and just going bow, but they're actually saying words, and I had no idea.
I don't even know that song. This is how on the pulse you are.
This is why my listening age is 42, because a lot of the new songs, I'm like, where is your diction?
Yeah.
I feel like, do you ever remember Ladette to Lady? I feel like I'm going to put books in their head and make them do diction lessons. Did you never see Ladette to Lady Gearóid?
No.
Oh, it's a show you would love. It's about 20 years ago. They used to get tomboys, and they were like, these girls, they're basically like 20-year-old girls who love getting pissed or whatever. And they just girls enjoying themselves, and then they send them to finishing school. So it's like a load of working class girls, and then they get sent to like a posh school, but it's not aged well. Because it's these posh teachers are like, you slapper, like you whore, you're just a whore. And there was one where there was just a girl who she wanted even a big
it was diction.
I remember one of them. The rest of them were a bit more like going out in tank tops or whatever and being like woohoo and getting bladdered sort of thing. But there was one who was literally just a bit more of a tomboy. She'll have a few pints and she wanted to be like a mechanic or whatever, and they were just like, how disgusting, look at you. Just like,
God,
it did not age well at all.
It sounds like How to Fix a Lesbian.
Yeah,
that's
what I was. It does sound like lesbian conversion camp.
It was
basically lady.
It was ITV's conversion camp. It was really good.
Oh, God. Well, I have very sad news about my Spotify playlist because my Spotify age is 46. But the sad thing is I looked at it and went, oh, that's really old. And then I realized it's younger than me.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. This is the thing I think they're missing with the Spotify Unwrapped is they do need to say your listening age, but gay.
That's an excellent point.
I think because gay really changes it.
Yeah, that is an excellent point. They should give you a scale of how gay your music is.
Yeah.
They must know I'm gay.
Oh,
I would love that if Spotify did that. It's not your listening age, your listening sexuality.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you're if you're shagging women, you have no business doing it.
Yeah. I genuinely think that me and Gearóid will have more basic white gay, and yours will be like queer young youth.
Yeah.
I bet so, your Spotify will know you're just like bi, where we're just like proper, just old fashioned gay.
Interestingly, on my top songs though, I've never been a Taylor Swift fan, and because I read so much about her new album being shit, I started to listen to it.
It's not bad.
I really like it. Opalite is my second top song, and I don't even know what Opalite means, but I love the song. I keep meaning to Google it, but it's my second song, and then Father Figure is my fifth one.
So
it's a running theme.
My top 5 songs are: number 1 is "Too Lost in You" by the Sugar Babes. Number 2 is "Coffee," Chapel Roan. 3 is "Casual," Chapel Roan. 4 is "The Subway," Chapel Roan, and 5 is "Round Round" by the Sugar Babes.
Well, Subway is my number 1.
Yeah. And then it's artists, it's Chapel Roan, Sugar Babes, Kelly Clarkson, Ed Sheeran, and Benson Bone.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Benson Bone's a little bit of a new one. That little backflipping thing.
I liked him at the beginning of the year, and now I'm not as into it. I liked his music, but when I see videos of him, I'm a bit like, oh. He is attractive. I'm not attracted to him because I think he'll be really attractive when he's in his 30s.
He looks like he's in his 30s.
I think he looks quite baby face, but with a mustache.
Yeah,
but it's more. Do you know when you see videos of him singing live, and I'm like, put a top on. It's nice, but I hate it when you like. You can tell they fancy themselves. I like a bit.
They only look like you. Only look like that once. Keep it off.
Yeah, I really like. I have an attraction for Ed Sheeran, and I know that a lot of people are Ed Sheeran. That's a bit basic. I I like his music. I think he's got a lovely voice, and he seems like a nice boy. And I think he's quite cute, actually.
Oh,
Ed Sheeran.
Really? Yeah, I think he's quite cute. I think he's got like he's nice, and he's someone a date. He seems really nice.
There's a song on my top songs that I don't know if I've ever listened to it, but I think it's called Le Poupie Monte something. It's a French song, but I think what this was I wanted to know if you could like put a song on repeat on Spotify.
Yeah.
And then I noticed like 2 days later that it was still playing.
Oh, that'll be it.
I think it's actually still because my it's not the person isn't on my top artists. My top artists are Taylor Swift, Chappell Roan, Lady Gaga, Bananarama, and Celine Dion. Celine Dion's a wild one because I don't
No Kylie?
No, oddly, well, I don't use Spotify that much now.
Because you have records.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Good on you. Oh, yeah, there's another platform I want to try and use as well. Have you got like one song that's just like you were just in a weird moment and for some reason this song was medicating it, if that makes any sense?
Yeah, Wilson Phillips, Hold On. Or Release Me. Yeah, that Wilson Phillips song.
Release me.
No.
Release my body. That one.
No, not that one. The Wilson Phillips, Release Me. It was, Can You Release Me? It's a great song. Oh my God. Such a good song.
Listen
It
to that.
doesn't sound as good as Release Me, Release
Come
Me
on,
body.
baby. Come on, baby. You knew it was time to just let go. Have you never heard that song?
Were you listening to that during your food poisoning?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
It's one for when you're sitting on the toilet for like an hour and a half sobbing.
Oh, I tell you what, speaking of, I've got one story then I'm going to bring up. I was talking about songs that we're playing. I've started playing Right Here Waiting For You when Janet takes too long getting ready. I play it on the piano.
Oh, can you play
It drives
that?
him. Yeah, it drives him nuts, but it does mean he hurries up.
Who sings that?
Richard
Right
Miles.
here waiting for you.
Yeah.
Whatever
Can you really
takes.
play that on the piano?
Yeah, but I was going to say, you put a video of you up on the playing the piano on it online, and you have seriously downplayed how much of a good pianist you are,
No,
Gearóid
but
Farrelly.
like people keep saying this to me, but no, I can only play about 3 things because I can only play from sheet music. Like I can't pick stuff out or do chords or anything. I just like that. Yeah, that looks great. That piece that I put up, but it was like that probably took me about 2.5 years.
Oh, fair enough.
Like I mean, I can only play about 3 things.
So you both posting piano videos now.
No, I just put
I need
like,
new friends. Fucking
like,
virgins.
I have
virgins.
How dare you?
Virgin.
people that can play musical instruments. Get
Jules
it.
Holland's Virgins. That's what you are.
You see, I just wrote a piece for Substack about the piano, and
Yeah,
so
I
just
read
filmed
it. I really
a bit.
enjoyed
Like,
it.
I just filmed a bit of playing the piano just as the like promo. For
I
it.
think it's nice that you can play instruments. You should try and learn a different one though, so you can do a band. I'm not joining, but I'll come and watch yous.
You could be on the tambourine.
I'll be your manager. How
Absolutely
about
not,
that?
Josh. Your relationship to the industry is not. I'm sorry, no. That is a hard no.
I'm like, hey, knobhead, get him a job.
You,
Hey, I've just been on the phone. I've just told Marvel and DC to fuck off.
yeah, Jules Holland told him to get fucked as well.
Yeah. I quite like him. He's a little.
Yeah.
Just he seems like. Yeah.
Isn't it? That's
he
how
has
he
got
talks.
a bit of a Mickey Mouse voice, hasn't he?
I don't know how he ended up on television. Like there is like that is an example of. I really think that the 80s was so much more diverse. It was about talent
Just
getting
made it
places.
to mainstream, didn't they?
Yeah, how a little munter like him ended up on television.
But he's got skills, and I like that it's all proper music shows, and I like that it's a talk show with people with talent on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
But that's the music I started with. My grandfather taught me boogie woogie and blues, so that's what I can play.
Ah, no, I can't play anything. It's so upsetting. It's really terrible. I want to fix it this year. I want to go to piano lessons and learn to play chords.
Well, I can't really play much because of me dodgy finger that got chopped off and sewn back on, because it works and I can move my finger, but it's quite clunky. So
Okay.
I've not got any delicacy. Maybe I could do the drums.
You can do the drums.
Could do the drums. I need something clunky. I can't have delicacy. Anything.
No intricacy or anything like that.
None
No.
of that. My fingers are. I don't have delicate fingers. I'm a smash and grab.
You could you could play the xylophone. You wouldn't even need the thing to hit with. You could just use your dodgy finger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that film company? It was just the big gong.
Oh
Yeah. I
You
just
just
I
slap
flick
with your
the
finger.
gong. The finger does have weird strength. It's stronger than my other fingers. It has like
Really?
a weird,
Wow.
yeah, it's weirdly strong.
They put you
know.
back together stronger, like the Bionic Man, but they just
Yeah.
do the tip of your finger.
How do you know it's strong?
Because if I poke you, it hurts more with the strong finger, I think. And it just
Really?
feels heavier. Maybe I should do some finger weights. We should like test me fingers.
Oh, it's a good thing you're gay, Josh. That would be your
I
finger
know,
finger
yeah.
otherwise.
Yeah. Well, you still finger when you're gay. You finger bum.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not with this
poor
hand.
James.
No, don't do it with that hand. No. Bloody hell.
Bloody hell, be like a...
Be like a steam train.
Yeah. No, I do it with me delicate fingers.
He doesn't even. Josh doesn't even have to use a drill. He just uses that finger.
It'd be great for DIY. It's just
My fingers, I think, are really good for foreplay because I always have my nails really sharp. Look, I don't like if a little bit of nail goes near your bumhole, I'm like, who do you think you are? Cutting me up there with scissor hands.
no. I totally get it. It's like when you see a lesbian with acrylics, you just go, okay.
How does that work?
Cynthia Erivo. Cynthia Erivo always has fingernails longer than my chin, and I'm like, what are you going on? Like, because she's queer.
Yeah, it would be really funny if she had really long acrylics on every fingers. Fingering fingers.
Yeah. But I wonder if if the ones where you can just like, you could maybe pop on like little dildos on the top of it. Like
are there
a safeguarding finger. Is it like a safeguarding attachment?
Like you do with a knife.
Yeah. Yeah. Like when I was doing ice skating, I had to put covering over me blades. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be a bit like that. I've got rid of my ice skates now.
Did you sell them?
No, some guy asked for him online and I just gave him, just sent him to him. So basically I gave my shoes to a stranger over the internet, but
yeah, you were able to give knives online without a license.
I posted them and he told me he got there.
You posted them?
Yeah, some guy who asked, he just said, because he was a bit skint, but he's starting ice skating, said, by any chance, I know he's listening to the podcast, so he was like, I know you hate ice skating. Yeah, are you going to keep your shoes? I was like, no, fucking take them. They're in the loft. Do you know what I mean? So just sent them him. But then James was like, you are sending your shoes to strangers online.
Yeah, this is weird. This is very weird.
Well, you can do whatever you want with it. Wank them in if you want. I'm not going to put them back on. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. And to keep them safe in postage, can you put your used underwear and socks in there, please?
Yeah, just to pad out the box so the blades don't get damaged.
Listen, I'm helping one of our little gay listeners be gay on the ice. I'm doing God's work here, guys.
You are. Yeah. Well done.
And I didn't want them, so no.
Imagine that's the origin story. Imagine they become now a professional ice skater, and they can say, "How did you start?" Well, there was a gay Mancunia comic on the television that was shit.
Yeah.
And I went, I want his shoes.
And just for devil's advocate, can I just say, what if he's killed off them? Also, a terrible origin story.
If he's killed in them.
Yeah. Like, what if he's skating falls and breaks his back? It's like, who gave him the skates? We never bought him skates because we always knew he was really clumsy.
I did say to him, I messaged saying, I hope they give you more luck than they gave me.
Oh, that's sweet.
That is really sweet. But can I also just comment? And I think I say this admiration. I think it's so innovative and like ingenious to go, I really need cheap skates. How can I get cheap skates? Who I'll message one of the people on Dancing on Ice. Yeah, because they're not using it.
I don't give a fuck.
You could give me fucking 100 years and I wouldn't think of that. If I was given the message.
Great idea.
But if he's listening to this and he's realised, or if you've seen me live, fuck me, if you've seen this show, you know that I'm never going to skate again. because I don't talk about the show fondly.
True.
So,
I still have my
I'm not
dancing shoes and my Latins.
Yeah, but you're going to get buried in them. Fuck me. You don't go on about anything else. You've got it tattooed on your leg. Thank you for listening to Chatting with Cherubs. So we do the bonus episode every Tuesday, and just to give you a little insight, we make zero money from this podcast, and we want to change that. So from the 2nd of December, we are going to be putting the bonus episode on a Patreon. To get that, you can pay £3 a month, £3 a month on the Patreon. Also, it's just, if you want to support us, if you do listen to it every month, £3 a month would be perfect. But we're only giving £3 a month to the first 200 subscribers. After that, it'll be a £5 a month. And there's an option for a £10 a month. You don't get anything extra, but if you really want to be bougie and help us out, that'd be great. But yeah, we've been doing this podcast for a while, and we would like to not do it for completely free anymore. So please sign up, £3 a month. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
I think when we do a Cherubs tour, that's going to be the most banging night of comedy that you'll get.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's going to be a really
wait
good
for
show.
the Cherubs tour.
Yeah.
Josh
is not committing.
I'll come. I'll
There'll
be
be
there.
negotiations.
Yep. For the listeners rather than the watchers, Josh completely tapped out and started playing with his lips.
No, I'll be there.
You either give yourself like a mini facelift or you start singing. But just to go back to having a little mini grump, I just wanted to talk about grumping because I had a bad customer service experience just earlier today, and it just made me realize I actually quite like people that bring the grump to the work when it's especially a customer facing job, because they're not being false. And I think I've just realized how much I hate falseness. Like, if you're in a bad mood, I'm kind of fine with it.
I disagree. I think you've been in London too long that you've become accustomed to bad customer service, and you're like, oh, do you know what? Yeah, let him speak to me like shit.
I have to say, right, I think I'm fully on board with Karens. I'm fully on board with people kicking off when they get shit service, because I feel like that whole Karen thing is just, it's kind of like a pushback for people just to be accepting of like really shit service. Like I went to a cash and carry yesterday to buy acai, right? Because I love an acai bowl. And there was like a big 4-litre tub for 35 quid. It was like,
I'm
fantastic.
so sorry. I have no idea what an acai is.
It's like a sorbet that you have for breakfast, like, but it's supposed to be good for your tummy, like. But anyway, the way she spoke to me, you'd swear I'd headbutt her. It's just like she refused to look. She just kept turning her back on me and just she would holding the receipt back, and I was like, not a hello, not a goodbye, just proper rude. And then somebody said to her, somebody said something like, do you know what time that delivery is coming in? And she said, I haven't a fucking clue. It's just like, wow.
Oh my
God. Fucking trash.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's because I just love I love looking at drama. Like, well, that I'm not part of. Maybe that's why I like it. Like, I think there's nothing better than watching a public breakup.
I was in a TK Maxx in, where was I? It was somewhere when we were on tour. It was somewhere in England. I can't remember. But there was 30 people in the queue because I counted. And at the top of the queue, there was 3 girls behind the counter. Only one of them was using a till. But she stopped because they were talking about boots, and she went to get the boots that she had put on reserve that she was going to buy on payday.
So she paid.
She was
for
the one
her
on the
own
till. But like there were other two, they were just like, you know, chatting.
And there's
then she was like,
deep queue.
Yeah, and she was like, there was 30 because I can't, or 20, it was almost 30. But like, she's like, oh, wait, you see the boots that I have on hold. And she went back into the, in behind the counter to pull out these boots. Everyone's like, what is happening? Like,
God.
That's bad.
Yeah, I would say something about there. I think when I say bad customer service, like, they're still doing their job, but they are letting you knowing they're not enjoying it. I think that's what I kind of mean. Because I had it downstairs. I ordered like a rubbish coffee from the reception at the hotel. And she said, do you want it with milk? I said, yeah, I'd love some milk. She went, normal milk? I went, yeah, normal's fine. She went, whatever normal is these days. I was just like, oh, what the hell do you mean by that?
Well, I don't know if that was that wasn't her being rude at you. She was she saw the beard, thought he's a bit more of an older bloke, and he's going to be really pissed off about almond milk as well. I think she was trying to bond with you.
Yeah,
God.
In fairness,
all these little soy woke wankers.
These soy boy wankers, or these soy boy beta cucks. Have you seen that? I mean, like, it could have been the fact I was carrying all these England flags. I don't know that. I just hadn't been on the. I was like, can I get a coffee and a ladder? These lampposts, bloody hell, they are here.
I stayed in a like, I think it was an Ibis in Leeds, and when I checked in, they were like, "Do you want breakfast?" And I was like, and there was like £15, so I was like, I paid £15. And the next morning I went down, and I was like, "This is really weird." And I was like, "Sorry, where's breakfast?" And she's like, "It's over at our buffet." And I was like, "Where's the buffet?" And I went over, and there was a tray of yogurts, and there was a tray of Danishes, and she was like, "That's the buffet." And I was like, No, that is a tray of yogurts. I've just paid £15 for a fucking yogurt and a cinnamon Danish.
Did you get your money back?
No. And she kept referring to it as the breakfast buffet. I was like, it's not a buffet.
It's a continental.
No, that's not a buffet.
That's not a buffet. Yeah.
No, that's like 3 people and calling them an audience. And trust me, I've done those gigs. And everyone involved's going, this shouldn't be happening and this is wrong.
Oh, God. I actually did a gig last night, and there wasn't many people at it, but I was trying to relearn my show, my last tour show. And it's so weird, you know, when you come back to something like, because I haven't done it since July. And I was like, I literally don't remember any of this. And I was listening to recordings of it, and I was like, oh, good. And then I did it, and I did, like, I'd say about 45 minutes of material in about 18 minutes.
But you can get tickets for those shows at gearóidfarrelly.com. He's coming to Barcelona, Manchester, London with this exact show that he's talking about now.
Yeah. It's a very good show. It's a very good show once I remember.
It's a very good show, and you'll be in and out really quick. Don't worry about it. I wouldn't even sit down. Leave your coat on.
It's the only comedy tour to be when showtime is everyone's lunch breaks.
Yeah, exactly. We can just rattle this out now. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. In the next episode, we want to hear all about your Christmas nightmare stories. So chattingwithcherubs@gmail.com if you have a nightmare Christmas story that Josh is chewing his microphone. if you have a Christmas nightmare you would like us to talk about.
Josh, your top lip is tiny.
It's so weird. It is so weird. He looks like, do you remember the Garbage Pail Kids? Do you remember those cards? That's what Josh looks like. We want your Christmas nightmare stories. Email them to chatwithcherubs@gmail.com, and you can keep them anonymous if you want, but we want all the gory details. I will be on tour. I am doing a show in Barcelona next week, and then I'll be on tour all through January in the UK. Gearóid Farrelly is where you'll get tickets. gearóidfarrelly.com is where you'll get tickets, and I have another podcast called Agony Rants. Joshua.
Hello, my name is Joshua Thomas Jones, and I'm on tour doing a comedy show. You can get tickets on joshjonescomedy.com. We've just finished this leg of the tour, but we've added 18 extra dates for next year. 18 extra dates for next year. Get tickets at joshjonescomedy.com. Thank you very much. Morgan.
Hello, and I am on tour next year with What a Bummer. So get your tickets at morganreescomedy.com, and also, I'm waiting at any moment, I will be releasing a comedy special, on Boxing Day of my last tour show, Turning Thirsty. So if you enjoy that, please watch it on YouTube, or if you don't want to watch it, literally just fucking like it and comment. It really helps. But otherwise, guys, if you are enjoying the podcast, do sign up to the Patreon. A bonus episode every Tuesday. It's really growing there. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Chatting with Cherubs.